My name's Matt, Scotian Canadian. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you like this video. So the NHL Awards were just the other night. Couple quick things to talk about here. Want to touch on them because there was such a beautiful moment with Carey Price and his little buddy Anderson. Unfortunately, Anderson's mom died of cancer just a year or so back. Very sad. The kid's quite young. I think somewhere around 10 or 11. Just so sad, and Carey's his absolute favorite player. They had that magical moment early in the season where it just happened to get caught on camera. It went viral. Carey, being the humble guy that he is, the consummate leader, generous, just such a stand-up man. Proud to say that this guy's a Montreal Canadian, and he continued it at the NHL Awards with that beautiful moment with Anderson on stage where he surprised him, started with the interview and made it seem like he wasn't there, and then he comes out. And the way he picked up that kid on stage, the mic, you could hear him chatting with the kid just off to the side of the microphone and telling him everything was okay, everything's good right now, we're gonna have some fun tonight. Because the kid was definitely surprised and upset, but it was happy tears, and it was just such a beautiful moment. And I love seeing guys like that that belong to the Habs and our career Montreal Canadiens, a legend like Carey Price, being involved in something like that. It's something special. Clearly the best moment of the NHL Award show last night, in my opinion. Even though I thought the St. Louis Blues and Binnington carrying that cup in after he didn't get the Calder was interesting as well. That was some serious swagger with those guys on stage, and hopefully the Habs can be in that position one day soon, and I like where they are going. I do. I seriously do. I'm confident in this team. I think this is a team that's going to do something special moving forward. Anyway, back to the point at hand. The NHL Awards. Danault finished 7th in Selke votes. Bob McKenzie, Eric Engels, and Pierre Maguire had him as their third choice after Patrice Bergeron. That's elite company right there in terms of defensive ability. And Danault continues to improve that offensive output year over year. Sky's the limit for this guy. A lot of people had him cemented as a third-line center on a cup-winning team, but I was definitely not one of those guys, and I'm still not one of those guys. He can easily be a second-line center. He's and potentially maybe even first-line center quality, like a Patrice Bergeron in that style, or Ryan O'Reilly, due to his face-off ability, his defensive ability. I love having an excuse to talk about to talk about Danault. It's finally about time that he gets the recognition that he deserves around the NHL. So yeah, if he increases that point totals, was at 53 last year. He's entering his prime as a 26-year-old guy. Gets that point totals up to 65, possibly even 70. That might be asking for a lot, 70. But if he can hover around the 60-65 range, that's a Patrice Bergeron quality player, and you need guys like that to win the cup. He's such a good skater. He covers so much ice in a short amount of time with not many strides. Just glides out there. He's smooth with the puck. Always makes the right play. Has shown a ton of consistency in that regard. He's great down low behind the net, continuing plays, gathering pucks in the corners along the boards. Quick starts. Great agility from Phillip Danault. And he's shown some underrated playmaking skill as well. Maybe not the most fancy guy, but he gets the job done. And this is a guy who gets little to no power play time. Once his stamina or conditioning goes up just a bit through his prime, when he's physically mature, which he's entering that stage of his career, and when he can handle those extra power play minutes, he is he's going to be something special, and he's going to be around the Habs likely for a while, and I hope so. A great pickup by Marc Bergevin a couple years ago, Phillip Danault. Price 7th in voting at the NHL Awards for the Vezina. He had a great season. Struggled a little bit in November, but he got back on track, and he was his elite caliber style for the rest of the year. Unbelievable saves, so many huge moments from Carey Price, and he makes it easy a lot of times. Another guy I love to talk about because he's an absolute legend, elite athlete, one of the best goalies in the world, and he has so many great years of hockey ahead of him. As a goalie, he's in his prime right now. Look at guys like Rask, 33, 34, having the season that they had, playoffs that they had. Price is a legendary, Hall of Famer goalie and he's Canadian, and those types of goalies typically go on some strong playoff runs later in their career. So good to see him still rebound and finish 7th in voting for the Vezina. A few people had him 3rd on their list as well. He got quite a few votes. Good to see the respect around the league continues for a guy like Carey Price, and I can't wait to continue to watch the rest of his career. We're so fortunate to have him as our starting goalie for the long term. Love it. Petry also got a Norris vote. Good to see him get some recognition, because he seriously did have a strong season last year, not only offensively, defensively, physically. His skating improved immensely. Loved the way he played the game, a leader on our team. And yeah, like I mentioned, he was our most physical player overall, and specifically defender with 190 hits. Very good to see from Jeff Petry. That's about it, guys, for the NHL Awards. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. And of course, the bell too if you want notifications. And follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Scotian Canadian. Cheers, guys. Go Habs, go, baby. Woo!